Qatar has won it. Let me repeat. Qatar has won it. This is the breaking news that Manchester United fans were longing for. The Manchester United sales process saga is all but over, as a popular news outlet paved the way. This was confirmed that the sales process will be completed in 1 to 2 months for 6 billion. This means that Sir Jim Ratcliffe would have to consider other options. And by way of that, Premier 7 would like to oversee on this. So guess what? Make we see Wagwan.
Premier 7.
Welcome on board everyone to Premier 7. I am your host, Ryan Nelson. I am here to present to you, the public, about the breaking news that Manchester United will be sold to Qatar. The news outlet has provided the details, and not to worry, I'm going to give you the details very soon. Of course, if you are new to the platform, please subscribe. And if you are already an existing watcher of this platform, please go ahead to watch, like, comment, and share the video contents with other persons. For everyone, please turn on your notifications bell to be informed about other details on the platform. I want to speak about this matter because it has been a very long time since the sales process have been all up in the air. Today, the sales is completed. Then tomorrow, the sales is not completed. But by way of my source that I have found, it is accurate to say that Sir Jim is not going to be the owner, but more so, Sheikh Jassim Al Thani from Qatar will be the main person who will take over Manchester United. And that is going to be the main topic for this moment. Let me dive into the news right away because this is a hot topic that was posted a few hours ago. All right, so Man United takeover race won by Sheikh Jassim as date set to complete £6 billion deal. This is an expensive cost that he have to pay, but he was already in that motion or in that frame of mind that he wants to be the main owner of Manchester United. He was competed by the likes of Sir Jim Ratcliffe as his main competitor, but he was determined to be the main man for the club. By way of the details, it says here that British billionaire Sir Jim Ratcliffe has been in competition with the Qatari royal ever since the Glazer family announced it was open to selling the Old Trafford club, and Sheikh Jassim has now reportedly come out on top. This was published today, right? This was published today. And that shows that it is an accurate source, a mirror. So Sheikh Jassim has won the Manchester United takeover race and will complete the £6 million, well, the £6 billion deal in October, according to reports. British billionaire Sir Jim Ratcliffe has been in competition with the Qatari royal ever since the Glazer family announced it, and this was spoken about earlier on, and this news was reported by The Sun, that small portion. However, down here, it shows that the Glazers were initially keen to retain holding shares at Manchester United, but were warned by senior figures at the club of the potential for a fan backlash and have now agreed to hand over 100% of the assets. Do you want to hear more than that? I mean, the Glazers, these persons are tricksters. They are the ones who would say that I'm going to have the club sold at this price. And then you hear something different. I'm going to sell it at that price. But based on the news that was being revealed, if the Glazers decides not to sell the club, then they will receive some heavy backlash. And it would not be a simple backlash because the Manchester United fans have been all over this from a long time ago that they want back their club. And the news have been published and the sales process has been dragged all the way. Manchester United is in a chaotic position from the time of or the eviction of Sir Alex Ferguson, and the club has yet to really and truly show the world that Manchester United is back. As you may know by way of watching the game and seeing persons on the street, most young kids these days are supporting Manchester City, and you cannot say that it is a bad thing because Man City is bringing the swing. However, this breaking news today that Manchester United will be taken over by the Qatarian, that shows you that Manchester United may have a chance of competing with Man City. Maybe not this season, but more so next season. And in that case, people, what do you think about this? Do you think that it is the time now that Manchester United will be really sold? Or is it like a smoke screen to that of like the Sofian Amrabat deal was yet to be a Manchester United player? Man United have been performing good here and there, but again, the coaches have been hard to cope with in terms of not getting what they want. The likes of Mourinho can tell you the story, Solskjaer to some extent, and even the man right now, the current club coach, Eric Ten Hag, who has finished third last season, and this season he wanted to get at least 5 to 6 signing or even more, but had to settle down for 3 so far. So that is the breaking news so far that Manchester United is agreed to be sold. 100% will be taken over by Sheikh Jassim and I would love to see that take place as well. By way of that, I just want to give you some details as it relates to the man who is called Richard Arnold, and this will fall into Sheikh Jassim, can he save Manchester United? And this is my opinion. The reason why I want to drop Richard Arnold in this section of the chat is because there has been news that he has been under heavy fire by the Manchester United fans. But what caused this? Richard Arnold facing intense pressure resign from Manchester United, and this was in a case that it constituted a complete reversal, however, for the plan Arnold has initially settled on, one of reintegration for Greenwood into the first team squad. This exposure led to an intense backlash against the decision from internal and external sources to Old Trafford. Forget about the entire news report that was posted by OneFootball. This was the main thing I took out because it really and truly shows why he's under that immense pressure. Because remember, Greenwood was charged for, and if not charged, he was missing from Manchester United game as early as last season because of what took place with him and his partner. Rape in quotation, assault in quotation, those were the terms or the sections under negativity in that case that was placed above his name. And he pulled him away from Manchester United, and Manchester United suffered. And on a whole, many persons were saying you cannot bring back Mason Greenwood into the club based on that. And Richard Arnold, who is the person that is considered as the chief executive officer for the club, decided that Mason Greenwood will be coming back into the squad, and that caused an havoc. It caused intense pressure on him, and it caused a big controversy because Richard Arnold again is not somebody who is well known to help Manchester United to get good sales of players, to bring in and to allow players to exit the club. He is very poor at his job, based on my knowledge, because I can remember the last time for which he sit in the pub with the Manchester United fans saying that the money is there and we're going to get some players in, and when you take a stop, it was something completely different. So he have a bad reputation as a chief executive officer at Old Trafford, and then again with that Mason Greenwood saga, it is another thing that more so would cost him his job. And can the likes of Sheikh Jassim help Manchester United to get rid of this man and bring in some persons who have football sense? Because Manchester United have some very cool players, and let me not really base on the players, but a fantastic coach, one of the biggest fan base in the world, extremely competent workers, but owners are garbage. And in that case, Sheikh Jassim can come in and make a big difference. What do you think about his appearance? Do you think it is too late, or do you think it is going to be at the right time? For me, I don't think it is the right time. I think he should have brought in to the club from before to help with the infrastructure, to help with the sales process, because it will take a lot more. But if he can bring in some competent persons to work along with those who are existing already, and I'm not speaking about Richard Arnold and his co, I'm speaking about those who are below them, who can let him know what the process is in regards to how Manchester United operates, and he can bring his own twist to it. So in that case, he can bring about new recruits, helping with the sales process, supplying Ten with what he needs to continue on that good form, to intensify or to boost his reputation in continuing to win games and to compete with the like of Man City and even Arsenal. Liverpool and Chelsea is in a shaky spot, so Manchester United can come back on their form and deliver. So, in that case, viewers and subscribers of Premier 7, what do you think about this major news? Do you think it is factual, or do you think it is a smokescreen like before? It is not a smokescreen based on the news that was being posted by the Mirror, but it is all about, will the sales be completed? Well, we never know. We have some more time. And of course, we would love to see this take place before October passed. So, in that case, everyone, it was my pleasure in bringing this news today about the sales process of Manchester United. The topic was Manchester United takeover race won by Sheikh Jassim in the form of a breaking news. And it was my pleasure in supplying you all with the details. You do have yourself a pleasant day. Take care and goodbye for now.